Well, since everyone seems to be here and is settled in, I guess we'll go ahead and start just a couple minutes early. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Ron Lewis, and I will take us through what I hope will be an exciting and informative day. I want to welcome you for joining us. I know some of you have traveled long and far and put some expense into doing so, and lambing is probably around the corner if it hasn't already begun. So taking time to join us is really appreciated. I also want to take the opportunity just to thank you for participating in Sheep Gems. This is very much an industry-based project. Our intent is to give you results that you can implement going forward to make improvement in the fitness of your flocks. So your engagement in what we're doing is instrumental to our goals at the end of the day. So I'm going to start this morning with a very quick overview of the materials that we have presented to you and the structure of the day so we're all on the same page. All right? So you should have, given my talented group looking after the organization, have a name tag, an agenda, a general proceedings, a workshop proceedings that is specific to your breed of interest or breeds of interest, and an evaluation form. Everyone's set in that way. Anyone missing any materials? Okay, brilliant. All right. So, I learned a new word that I never knew, a lanyard. Apparently a lanyard is this, all right, which is around your neck. And what we have done with the help of Hilal is we have color coordinated your lanyards, all right? So, if you are wearing a red lanyard, you will be part of the Katahdin workshop sessions in the afternoon. A blue lanyard, you are with the Polypay group. Black, the Rambouillet group. And green is the Suffolk group. All right, so that's how we have coordinated where you will be. You will also notice that your proceedings are color coordinated in the same way as far as the boundary. I take no credit for that. This is the artistic ability of Hilal. So thank her for that. All right? Yeah, well done. One of the other lovely features, if I can get this to work, that Hilal has done is she created your name tags. On the front of the tag is your name, but if you flip the tag over, you will see two indications. Survey flock code and connectedness active flock code. If you have one breed, there will be just one number adjacent to that. If you have multiple breeds, it will identify them as R for Rambouillet, S for Suffolk. Those codes go along with your proceedings so that you can identify your flock in that information, because it's all coded. We consider that your property, and we don't want to give away too much. So those numbers coincide with the numbering in the proceedings when Hilal will ultimately talk about the survey, and I'll give you some additional results on connectedness. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody good? All right. So this is how the day is laid out. In the morning, there are 6 presentations. Right after lunch, there are 4 additional presentations. They are designed to be interactive. There are going to be snippets of what we have accomplished in the project, with the idea that we have equal amount of time for you to interact with us, to ask questions, to discuss what we present. And so please do join in. We designed the day to be for you. If I was you, sitting in an audience all day for hours, I would be asleep by mid-morning. And so the intent is to help you stay engaged and for us to benefit from your input. So we want to learn as much from you today as we're able to pass along as information. Okay. In the afternoon, we have our workshop sessions. Those are after our afternoon break. At that point in time, based on the color of your lovely lanyards, you will separate into your 4 breed preferences as workshop groups. And you will stay with that group throughout the afternoon. What will happen is there are 4 topics that we're going to discuss, and the presenters will rotate among the groups to talk about the breed-specific results, at least in 2 of the topics being covered, that relate to you. That makes sense how that will work? Okay? Each group will also have a discussion leader, one of our scientific team. They're going to help facilitate the discussion, keep things moving along, and they will serve as the scribe. There will be a flip chart for each group. We'll kind of disperse ourselves across the room, and our dear scientific leader of your group will help keep track of notes, because we want to benefit from what you say. All right, so that's how the afternoon is going to be. And again, do please join in. That's the intent of that. At the very end of the event, and based on information that Dr. Brito will gather during the workshop sessions, we're going to talk a little bit about plans going forward, or some ideas going forward for R&D. We're calling that Sheep Gems 2. I made it a square because I like squares, because it exacerbates the value of the next step. So we're calling that Sheep Gems 2, and we'll talk a little bit about some ideas on that at the end of the day to finish up the meeting. So that's the plan. All right. There is an evaluation form. It should be a blue sheet that each of you have. Please do fill them out. There is a manila envelope of sorts on the table. Please just plug them in there at the end of the day, and we will summarize and learn from your views about how we've gotten on during the day. Okay. Most important part of the day is refreshments. Of course, can't forget about them. Morning and afternoon breaks, which are a variety of scrumptious foods, will be served in here. Buffet lunch will be elsewhere. You will go out the door, turn right, first left, go down to the second door on your left, and that is where our buffet lunch will be served, okay? Out the door, right, down 2 doors, left, all right? There are restrooms also that are about same location if you head out the door to the right, all right? Throughout the day, there should be some coffee and decaf and water there available for you to keep yourself refreshed, all right? But I would be remiss to not say thank you for things going on. We've had a lot of sponsors for the event. USDA NIFA is our primary sponsor of our event. We're very grateful for that level of funding. But there's a lot of groups that have provided both support in kind and in finance that allows us to do what we're actually doing with you today. Okay? But I would be remiss also not to recognize ASI. Zarar Khan has been instrumental in making sure that we had this space and that we're well refreshed during the day. So I appreciate everything that she has done. And I also want to recognize our graduate student team. Hilal Yasser Gunis in the back is truly responsible for all the beautiful documents that you have and has been instrumental getting that information available. Arturo Roca is over here. He is our cameraman for the day, so he'll be keeping us well pictured. The reason we're doing that is there would have been nearly a dozen Innovation Flock members who said they would have enjoyed joining us, but can't for a variety of reasons. So we thought we would capture the seminar sessions on tape and make those available to people after the meeting ends. And Ali Haider Salim, who is here in the front, he is our timekeeper. He has a lovely chart he probably has to use for me. So for all the speakers, 2 minutes, stop, you fall, you stop and fall through the floor if you don't, all right? So Ali is gonna keep all of us straight, okay? So that is his role for today, all right. And with that, that's all I have to get us started. I'm probably even a little ahead of schedule. Any questions that anyone has about the structure of the day? Anything coming up?